And I'm her husband, Eric. We're from Arizona seeking $150,000 for 15% equity in
Dynosafe. People are ordering home delivery for everything now.
That doesn't seem unreasonable.
Clothing, electronics, and more importantly, food, medication, and other perishable items.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they are. Line, please. Line, please.
Thank you very
Oh, boy.
You can start over.
Yeah, feel free to start over.
People are ordering home
That's
delivery.
hard. It's hard, right? It's hard
Man,
when
it's gotta be
you have the
real
lights
hard.
on you. You've been standing out there for a while, waiting for the for the pitch to actually start. They've been filming you. They've been staring at you. Things
Dude,
are going
it's
through your mind.
Crazy hard.
It is. It is not easy. It is not easy.
For everything now. Clothing, electronics, and more importantly, medicine and food. And other essential items. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You know, we all need essential items, so.
Let's start over. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Take a breath.
Tell me the line.
Other essential items. Essential perishable items.
And other essential perishable items.
It sounds like he should have just maybe took over
yeah,
there.
I got this, honey. You just hang on for the ride.
Yeah, that's a shame.
And other essential perishable items, but how do we keep them safe, secure, and fresh until someone can get them? Introducing Dynosafe, the patented smart home temperature-controlled safe that secures to the porch and is essential for contactless deliveries. Here's how Dynosafe works. Customers place an order and assign a temperature to it on our easy-to-use app. And because it is climate-controlled, it protects perishable items like groceries, takeout food, and medication from the elements, keeping them safe, secure, and protected.
Whenever a simple one-click contactless delivery is made,
the Dynosafe app sends an alert to the customer that their delivery has arrived, and they have
Oh no. Oh, no.
They're happy that it's protected at the right temperature.
There you go. Got through it. That's a really big safe. Can I just? I'm hoping that they have different sizes for that.
Man, I don't know if I'd want that on my front porch. You have to have a mansion for that thing to look right.
Yeah, right. Well, a mansion or it looks like pick me up and take me. Like there must be something valuable in it. I should take that and wave to your ring, your ring camera as I'm walking away with it.
Sharks. The retailer that rolls this out first is going to own the front porch and push their competitors to the curb. Thanks to Dynosafe, we can now safely deliver
I don't know about that.
to you. Good job.
Oh,
good job, Mark. Look at Mark.
Yeah, I like that.
Already running for president.
Yeah, right?
This idea because I owned a business in the Dallas area and it was very successful. And we were
Sweet.
It's a Medi spa. I came up with the idea because as a business owner, I had a patient that asked me to send them some things and I did, and she claimed she never received them. So we all dread that phone call. So you pull in.
I dread shipping stuff to people and then saying I didn't get it, and I'm like, it was a couple $100, and according to the post office, you got it. So I don't know what to do for you. It makes it really tough.
The one off your shelf and you send that one to them too, and it's really eating into our profit.
And where are you now at the stage of the business?
I started out with a lot of research, and I got the patent completely issued, and so we've tested it in Scottsdale and in Seattle.
How many physical homes?
Oh, okay, 3.
Oh,
now, how did you engage?
That's okay. So that makes it a little difficult because your sample size is like
3?
really, really small. Like that's not 3 homes. 3 homes have tested it. I mean, part of the problem there is the education process, not for the homeowner, but for the delivery service, right? And making sure that they know that they can open this thing up, put stuff in there. And it's also difficult because if you're trying to deliver something that needs to be cold, if I've never seen it before as the delivery company, like, I don't know if I trust it because then it's like, I didn't actually leave it with you. And then all of a sudden something goes wrong and it doesn't work. And now you're trying to call me like it was my fault or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Too many variables. Many variables.
Potentially.
But at the same time, they're coming in asking for they're coming in at a very small valuation, and they're asking for a very small buy-in from the Sharks. So,
I see potential here, and I think if you have, like the biggest medical delivery services, right, and you're like, oh, we want to get these units and make sure that we're delivering our medicines not through the post office or not through UPS or something like that, but directly to them, which I don't know how many of those there are of those, but I could see it like, if you had somebody like a CVS, right, that has lots of locations, and they were like, we're going to deliver the stuff, and then we could install these in places at houses so that we don't have to get signatures per se, then I kind of see it. I kind of see it.
With the large online retailers, there's one really, really big one that everybody orders from. What happens with them?
We have had lots of conversations with those big people and also grocery. So during this process, what I learned was grocery is the most desperate to roll this out. And I learned this before coronavirus. Coronavirus has just catapulted everything forward about 3 years.
After you test.
Okay, before Robert gets there, but the problem with groceries is how little of an order are you placing to fit your whole order into that box?
Yeah, because I mean, I get my groceries delivered. They were delivered tonight, as a matter of fact, and they probably wouldn't have fit in that box.
Yeah, no, mine definitely would not fit in that box. Not for a family of 4. So, yeah, I don't know.
A family
I don't
of
know
2
if
over
this
here,
is
brother. But
yeah, hey, this is no judgment zone. I just, I don't know. I don't see it for that. I think I see it for certain items, but even that, like, I order some of my medications through Optum RX, which delivers through the postal service, as long as it's a pill, like, and it doesn't need to be temperature controlled. So I don't know how they deliver. Well, maybe they just use dry ice or something. I don't know, for temperature controlled stuff.
There are only 3 homes.
Right.
Did you actually sell any?
No, so this is a prototype. That's all we have. Our business model.
I mean, that
is
looks
to,
like something out of Home Depot that I could like go buy and then put a keypad on the front.
yeah, I mean, it looks like something like a.
I mean,
where
it
you
is a
keep your
prototype,
gardening
so
supplies.
I'm not knocking it. I just, I could see where they're like maybe a little skeptical, and look, I guess my question next would be, what are you going to use the 150? What's the 150,000 going to do for you, and where's the patent? Like, what's the patent do? What do you got protected here?
Because it does. It looks just like something you keep in the backyard, where you keep your shovels and your gardening equipment, maybe your hose, that sort of thing.
I got about like 4 or 5 of them in my backyard.
Yeah.
Since this out, our conversations with grocery has revealed that they desperately want to roll this out as part of the subscription model.
Have you licensed any of it?
Consumer. I haven't licensed any yet. I'm in conversations with someone, a great big box retail in the United States. Let me tell you the thing that's the most special about this. My patent protects having the ability to do one-click unlock and adjust the temperature inside, the thermostat.
So you want to have a subscription for it, and I'm guessing it sends a unique code. The software sends a unique code to whoever's doing the delivery.
That's right.
So there's not one code that everybody uses all the time.
I go to the Dynosafe app and say, hey, I'm going to order some groceries. A random code, one-time use random code, and I assign a temperature to that. So if I know I have frozen items or if it's just produce, I'll set that temperature and I'm done.
Yeah, but now you have your drivers that are already out. They're already wanting to get from place to place as quickly as possible. Now they're having to finagle with getting a code. Now they're having to enter the code. What happens if the code fails? Now what do we do with the delivery? There is again so many parameters that are outstanding that I think they're really difficult to overcome.
If one of the 2 of them isn't a programmer, they probably have spent a pretty penny making this app and making it work, right? So 150 probably isn't even realistically enough money to even come close to recouping the amount that they probably have paid to make this app. Man, I'm sure they're going to tell us how much they have spent.
Here's my problem.
Okay.
If I went and talked to my relationship guy at Amazon and said, look, theft is a huge problem. What are you guys doing about it? Now, am I to assume that they're not working on that? That Rebecca is working on it?
Well, I've actually spoken with them.
Well, they do. So Amazon you can give them your garage code or access to a smart lock, and they will open the door and put the package inside.
Yeah.
And then give you like a discount based on that, because package theft is a very real thing. But that's not going to keep it refrigerated, though. Technically, if you put I don't know if they still do this. Like I remember when they rolled it out. Like if you put the Amazon cameras in your house, If you give Big Brother access to video in your house, they could in theory put your groceries into your refrigerator, or your medication, or your whatever you need to do. So I don't know.
Grocery executives.
And everybody's saying we can't do it. Only Rebecca can do it.
I own the patent, and they cannot add the temperature control and smart together.
The combination is really smart, right? Because the temperature control really is the key, right? Because there's a dozen different ways to do a smart unlock.
I can't believe nobody had that prior.
I know, that's a trip, man, because those are two major components.
Refrigerators aren't new. Refrigeration isn't new. It's not a new concept.
But I think in the application she's using it, obviously it is.
Yeah.
Be outdated very quickly, right? Because it'll just be an app that you walk up. It says, "Oh, I recognize my app via Bluetooth, RF, whatever it may be," right? And it sends a code to that app that allows it to be unlocked. And so, because we have so far to go in terms of catching up with state of the art, in terms of walk-up unlocking, that's a real challenge, and it's going to be very difficult for you to keep up. And so, for those reasons, I'm out.
So before anybody else goes out, Larry, tell the super entrepreneurs who you are, what you do, and how they can reach you.
What is happening, everybody? My name is Larry Roberts. I am the host of the Readily Random podcast and the owner of Readily Random Media. And if you want to get your brand, your message, your story out to the masses, I can help you do exactly that with a podcast. Reach out to me at any time, readilyrandom.com, and I will help you out.
And you absolutely should. And if you want to work on growing your business profit, go over to superjoepardo.com/rocket and get my 5 proven methods in a free PDF right to your inbox. It's called my Profit Rocket Guide. Just go to superjoepardo.com/rocket, drop your email address in. It'll be delivered to your inbox. If you want to get at me, go down in the comments below. And I'm there pretty much 24/7 if I'm not sleeping. Anyway, if you want to get at me on social media, it's at Super Joe Pardo on all social media. Now let's see if anybody else sees the vision and wants to take the journey.
Okay, I am devastated to hear that, honestly.
Why would the retailer take such a big investment risk to then lease it to a customer who may not be a lifelong customer? I just think it's going to be really challenging to get the retailer to take this in and then issue it back out. So I'm out.
And I need to go back. I think I was kind of, obviously I was incredibly nervous.
I think we understand it.
No.
Oh.
Let me ask you a question, because I can see you're so passionate about this,
Lori,
and I understand.
obviously,
I know you're nervous being here today. Tell me, how much?
Oh, did you
hear that? Yeah, she's gonna drop.
Oh, man, it's so classic of Lori to say something nice and try to be nice before squashing hopes and dreams. Not meanly, but just it just kind of happens.
Your own money did you put into this?
we're about 500,000 in.
Yep, I told you. I told you it was going to be a lot.
We're definitely all in, Lori. No, there's no joke.
I think what you did is so smart. I love that you have a patent, but what I don't love is that I'm still a little confused about all of this. I just can't think of what are going to be all the steps that I'm going to do to help you.
Right.
So unfortunately, for these reasons, I'm out.
Rebecca,
man.
Is the $500,000 gone? And what did you spend it on?
So it's on IP, and it's also on the engineering and trade shows and securing relationships. I have a distributor who has a current relationship with a large box retailer who they already provide to them, they distribute to them the locker systems, the temperature control
Rebecca,
lockers.
it doesn't work that way. If the distributor was truly interested and you said to them, look, I have this IP, I have this patent, but I don't have the money to make the box, they would do it. They would do it. You're not a product company. With all due respect, you're not a software company. To Mark's earlier point, the way you're describing the software and the locking working, it's like 20 years ago. I can tell you about technology that can...
And Mark's shaking his head yes, because he didn't want to be mean
that
about
harsh.
it, I guess.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be that harsh about it. And Robert's trying to put shine up a turd there on his delivery that he's gonna probably be out. That's a shame.
Secure a device like that just by somebody walking up to it. There's better ways to do it. But if the patent
plus you need power to that, right? So that's another hurdle right there. Is you got to have power on your porch. I have Yeah, I have power near mine, but I don't have anywhere I would put it that would make sense. But I will say this: if you are in need of something like this, like the people that really need this, this product, right, the Dynosafe, like they're gonna really appreciate the idea that they could safely get their medications delivered to them. Like, there's definitely a market for this, and I think that they're missing an opportunity. And I think even at $500,000 spent so far into this, I don't think that's terrible. I don't think it's terrible. It's a lot of money. I'm not saying
terrible
it's not,
because the technology is already outdated. I mean, they spent $500,000 on dated technology to combine the two in a box, and then spend tens of thousands on a patent. It's just they're behind the game. They're way behind the game. They think they're in front of the game, but they don't know enough to know where they're at in the scheme of things.
I don't know. I think if you can make it smaller, if you had a way to like solar power the temperature or something, make it more condensed, I think there's definitely a market for it. But if you make it smaller, then it's just like, hey, I'll just take the whole box,
Yeah.
Now you're out the box
they did
and
say
the
you
product.
install it. They did say you install it at your home. So I'm assuming that it's secured to
Bolted
the
to
front
something?
porch, or bolted to the front porch, or something along those lines.
Again, there is a market for this. People that are getting medications delivered to their house. I think there's a market. I just don't know if the big box retailers are the market that way.
Right.
That they need to be looking.
True for the old way, it would also hold true for the new way.
Yes. Robert, what are you going to do?
My new world ways of doing this, securing stuff, makes me very interested if the patent holds. But I don't want to own 15% of it. I want to own
35,
51%.
1%.
Yeah, 51%.
Wow. All right, let's see if he.
Wants a much bigger $50,000 they came in offering.
I don't want to own 15% of it. I want to own 51% of it.
Boy is right.
Let me take a different stab at it, okay? I also don't know if your patent has merit. I just don't. But I'm going to do the 150, but I don't want control. I'd like to get 40%, because either this is binary,
Wow.
so it isn't. We're going to go and license the technology. That's my offer. You have two offers. You have to pick one. What do you want to do?
Well,
I think the safer bet here is with Kevin. Try to get the license, because if you're trying to conquer the world one retailer at a time, you still have to deal with the delivery companies.
Right.
That's a problem too, right? And I think if Kevin could open the door to Amazon, which I don't know if he was part of the Ring deal or not, but they got connections, to potentially have this where it's like, I don't have to put a camera inside my house to let somebody into my house to do this. I can get it, outside. And Amazon's the one to do it because they have their own delivery network.
Right.
So, if it's going to be anybody, it's got to be Amazon. Like, it has to go to Amazon.
All I
Outside
know is
of
this
the
dude-
medical industry, like
This
CVS
dude
or
is
something.
totally bowing up, and he says, "Make a decision, woman." That's what he's saying right there. Look at him. He's got his shoulders.
Oh, come on.
Stop the nonsense and make a decision. That's what he's doing. Look, right there.
Oh, he put his arms back down. Right after you said that.
My business. I mean, I've worked at this for 3
Yeah,
years.
no,
We've
I wouldn't
got
deal with
everything on the
Robert.
line, and now I've got to go live with myself when I walk out of here.
Here's what I'll do. You came in looking for $150,000 for 15%. I will give you the $150,000 for 25%.
Oh.
But we create a board of directors.
Certainly.
I get more seats than the two of you. That's original. If the three of us get in a room and there's two paths in front of us,
Right.
I need the ability to say, Robert, do you want me to be one of those board seats? Yeah, I'd love to have Mark.
He wants to be a controlling member, so that's
I
why he
understand
wants
that.
more board seats.
Lori, thank you. I would love that.
That is nice of
Lori, thank
to
you
fill
for the
in.
obvious.
Yes. Well, yeah, but you know what? Look, it's difficult in there. If you don't quite understand what's going on, like you might not quite understand what's going on, but quite hear or you're trying to think like 2 steps ahead, and you're in the moment. You don't have you only get like 45 minutes to like an hour and 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It can go fast. So like, good on Lori to just like, let me clarify that. And it's not just to clarify for her, but for people at home too, right? This is a TV show.
I would love that. Thank you.
To clarify to everybody, this is a TV show. Just throwing it out there.
I'm getting all mad because of the deal. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, she took it. That's awesome. Congratulations. So, yeah, they took the deal. Is that a good deal? I don't know. I think that I probably would have
panicked and jumped on it.
I think I would have went with Kevin. But at the same time, like, hey, he's only taking 25%, so the profits will be in their in their pocket, and they have 2 sharks that are guiding the ship. So, yeah, they got a good looking website. They better have a good looking website. They got Mark and so you got to join the wait list. So apparently they still haven't got their products all together yet, but hopefully soon they will have it ready to go.
That's kind of cool. Is it disguised as a bench? Is that what it is? Oh, and they have a smaller version too.
Yeah, I told you they got to have a smaller version.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they don't actually have.
Well,
that.
yeah, it's a graphic, but
yeah, but the intention is there, and it's gonna be coming down the pike. And you can get what kind of Alexa is that? Yes. And well, speaking of what is that? What is the like button that needs to be smashed down below so that we can get this hands. So we get these hands into the more videos. No, so we get this video into the more super entrepreneurs' hands like yourself. Make sure you get subscribed so that you don't miss another Biz Coach Reacts video. For Larry Roberts, I'm Super Joe Pardo. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.